There are lots of great reasons to travel to Korea. You get to experience a new culture, you can try some delicious food that may not be available where you live, and if you're anything like me and my wife, you get to buy an empty suitcase so you can fill it up with a bunch of cool and affordable stationery.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I'm a writer and an artist, and on this channel I document my life as a creative person. And in this video I wanted to share just a few of my favorite stationery shops that my wife and I got to visit when we traveled to Seoul and Busan last fall. Like most creatives, I love to collect art supplies, and I'm convinced that every new purchase will revolutionize the way I do my work. Every new notebook is the place where I'll write the next great American novel, and every new pen is the tool I will use to write it. So whether you're a writer like me or just someone like my wife who likes to have a cool decorated planner, Korea is definitely a spot that has some cool supplies. And if you're traveling to Seoul or Busan anytime soon, maybe grab a notebook because I'm going to suggest some places that you should definitely check out. Without further ado, here we go.
First up in Seoul, we have a place called In Our Mansion that's located in the Jongno district. My wife and I went here after trying the viral banana milk coffee from 7-Eleven, which is a great way to start your day in Seoul. Like so many shops in Seoul, this place is quite small, which I guess is kind of ironic for a store that has mansion in the name. You're basically seeing the whole thing here, but it is crammed with so many cool items, particularly stickers, prints, and greeting cards. Kudos to you if you're someone who still actively sends greeting cards to folks in the mail. I feel like that's kind of a lost art. My wife got really excited about this bird print because she said it's what she would look like if she was a bird, so of course we had to buy it. Unfortunately, I didn't spot any birds that look like me. Next, we went to an area called Insadong because my wife wanted to get a custom stamp. There are several shops in this area that do this work. In fact, here are two side by side, so no shortage of options. Inside the shops, there are lots of cool stones. Whether your vibe is something simple and minimalist or ornate and detailed, you can definitely find something you'll like. You can customize the stamp to say almost anything, but I assume most folks just get their name, which is what my wife did. So now, instead of signing official documents, I think she's just gonna use her new stamp. And I guess we'll see if they let us submit our taxes that way this year. I obviously wanted to get a custom souvenir as well, so next we went to this place called Paper Tailor where you get to design your own notebook. I saw this place on TikTok and knew it was something I definitely wanted to check out. You basically get a little tray and a paper to walk you through the process, and then you just get to go nuts picking out your stuff. There's an entire wall of different covers you can choose from and a whole table of different papers. I ended up doing a combination of grid paper and blank paper, and then I finished up by having them stamp my name on the back. It only took them about 20 minutes to do the whole thing, and it was only a little more expensive than what it would cost me to get a standard moleskin back home. If you're a writer headed to Seoul, I would definitely add this place to your list. When our time in Seoul came to an end, we took a thankfully zombie-free train down to the coastal town of Busan. In Busan, one of the places we were excited to check out was the Cultural Village. It's this collection of colorful buildings tucked into the hills with a nice ocean view. There are plenty of touristy shops and snack stands here, and while we were climbing the many stairs, we stumbled upon a store we weren't expecting called Cat's Trip, which is a fully cat-themed shop. Asia loves cats, and so do I, so I was excited to find this place. It was another relatively small shop, but really well curated, and not just stationery, as you can see from here. They had mugs, keychains, also plenty of stickers and prints, and this is what we picked up. If you're a fan of cats, add this place to your Busan itinerary. Lastly, in Busan, we checked out Things of Note. This shop was like a quiet refuge in the storm for us. Quite literally, we ended up here after a tiring 45-minute bus ride through bumper-to-bumper traffic, only to hop out in the middle of the rain. So when we finally made it to this nice, peaceful shop, it was really like a breath of fresh air. We took our time really looking around at everything they had to offer, from mugs to notebooks to washi tape. You can see that my wife had no problem filling up a basket because washi tape has her by the throat. She can't resist looking at it and buying it, even though she has an entire basket overflowing with it at home. But you know what? I can't judge her because I couldn't resist the tables of little notebooks, even though I have multiple unused notebooks at home. We both have a problem, hence why we needed to buy another suitcase for our return trip. Well, that and the fact that our friend Sarah won us a giant stuffed slowpoke from a crane game, but that's a story for another time, I think.
So there it is, just a quick video about some of my favorite stationery shops that we got to check out during our time in Korea. If you're going to Korea anytime soon, I hope you'll consider stopping by and checking out some of these shops. I think they're definitely worth your time.
And if you like this sort of content about just being a creative in the world, this is kind of, I don't know if I want to say my digital diary, but this is where I talk about being a writer and an artist. And if that's the sort of content you're interested in, I hope you'll stick around. And if you do, I'll see you in the next video.